1300 903 222 is the talkback number. If you've got a question about parenting, now would be the time to do it. I don't have to bother about texting or writing them because I've got the expert right in front of me. Parenting, it's hard. Anyone that's got kids knows that it's hard. And at some point, just about every parent wonders whether they're really cut out for this job. Ready or not, it's a job that you're stuck with, and you just have to make the most of it and do the best you can. But wouldn't it be handy if your kids came with a manual? Well, that was the thought that Brad Everton had, and luckily he's in a position to actually put one together and provide one. And he's a Sunshine Coast-based author. He's a psychologist. He's a dad. He's well qualified to put a manual together. He's put those skills and roles together in a 2-year project that's resulted in a new book, On Track Parenting, the missing manual that should have come with your child. And he's in the studio with us now. So if you've got a question, think about it and get on that text line 0487 993 222 or Facebook. Welcome to you. I should ask you, first of all, what made you decide to write the book, Brad?
Thanks, Bill. It basically was just recognising that parenting is the toughest job in the world, and in so many respects, parents are looking for guidance, and it's one of those skills that are actually not taught formally. You know, there's and it also skills such as relationship skills, parenting skills, for example, mindset skills, self-awareness skills. Those are the skills that are just so important, and I truly believe that, and a lot of my clients have said this as well, these are the types of skills that should be taught formally. And so that's where the inspiration had come from. It also had come from a lot of my clients, Bill. So a lot of the strategies that I've been sharing with my clients over the last 20-odd years as being a psychologist, and a lot of them have indicated that these are skills that they felt that they should have been taught at some point in time, and had inspired me to write On Track Parenting, the missing manual that should have come with your child.
And how much of your own experience in life is attached to this book? Because tell us your situation. Because I've got the 4 kids, 4 boys, bit of an age gap. We've got 23 down to 8. How much of your own life's gone into this book?
Oh, look, so much of it has, and in many respects, we've got a 11-year-old, and we basically, Bill, we thought we were done with our 11-year-old, and had a nice little surprise. We now also have a 6-month-old in the family. Wow. So in many respects, it's given us a chance to, I suppose, practice what we preach. But a lot of the roles I've had in my working life has always been around kids, teenagers. I used to work at a university at one point in time, and that was also helping teenagers to manage, in essence, manage life, and teaching them the skills to grow.
What are some of the common mistakes then that you see that the parents make, or some of the things that we struggle with?
Look, some of the common things that I think, Bill, particularly when it comes to parenting, and I'm a big believer of the KISS principle. My version of it is keep it simple, smart. I know there's the other version, keep it simple, stupid, but I focus on the positive. But in terms of keeping it nice and simple, for me, parenting, you can break it down to a couple of words. I tend to break it down into just 2 words, consistency and connection. And in terms of, to answer your question, what are some of the common mistakes that parents make? For me, it is the opposite. It's the inconsistency, and it is the disconnection. And it's just so important for us as parents to be consistent. When it comes to inconsistency, one of the strategies that I share with parents is, and I have I call them the 5 family rules, and rule number 5, and if people were wanting to find out more about the other rules that I encourage parents to raise the family with. But rule number 5 is say what you mean and mean what you say. And so it's also about having that consistency with regards to that. Another, in terms of inconsistency, is implementing. So there's so many times that we need to recognise that when it comes to implementing, that it is all about repetition and reinforcement. That is one of the fundamentals that I talk about in the book. And so when it comes to change, it's also about just ensuring that when we are implementing change, that we are being consistent with it. The disconnection part is a whole nother part again. It's just so important for us as parents to stay connected with our kids.
Well, while we're chatting, we've got a caller online. Cole from Caloundra has 4 kids. What's your question, Cole?
Oh, no question really. It's
Yep.
just the way I got through it, that's all.
Yeah. How did you do that?
Well, I related to women because they had kids and they talked about kids, and you couldn't sort of go to talk around a barbie with blokes or at a pub about saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to buy some shoes for my 5-year-old. That just didn't compute, you know. So I got all my experience from other women, and, and those women, 4 or 5 of them are still really good friends, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Thanks for calling in, Cole. So we talk blokes and women. Do blokes struggle more, or is it even mix?
Look, really good question. So, Bill, and great comment there too. When it comes to, I suppose, even in terms of our emotions, females have been known to be more, when it comes to EQ and our emotional quotient, that they seem to develop their emotions a lot better. They're able to express it a lot more than males, and that's been also indicated through research as well too. Often what it comes to, if we were to compare females versus blokes, what I encourage parents to do is, particularly with males, and Bill, you have sons, and I have my son as well, and we've got our 6-month-old. I encourage parents to introduce children to their emotional vocabulary and start to talk about feelings from a very early age. And that can definitely have, a big impact when it comes to relationships, because when we look at relationships, and some of the research shows that when it comes to divorce rates, we have anywhere up to, and this is the Australian research, that we have up to 132 divorces a day. So it's just so important to develop those skills, those communication skills, and the ability to connect.
We're running out of a bit of time, but one more quick one before we let you go. How important is it for parents to keep their cool when dealing with kids and dealing with the stresses and strains in life that go around looking after and managing kids and family?
Very important. A concept that I share with people is, in any given situation, you can either react or respond. And when we react, we tend to react in a negative way. What we always need to do is, as a parent, is to respond. And when we respond, we respond in a cool, calm, collected manner. And the idea then is to tie it into setting a good example, which is also one of the 5 family rules, or one of the 5 family values that I unpack in On Track Parenting. So yes, we do need to learn to respond. We need to work on that until it becomes habitual behaviour. But as parents, we should also model that for our kids.
All right, On Track Parenting, where can we find the book? Where can people buy?
Well, people can get the book in the independent bookstores. They can also find it in the local libraries if people want to check it out before they purchase it. If you do want to purchase a copy, you can also go to our website, which is ontrackparenting.com. So that's www.ontrackparenting.com. If people would prefer to place a telephone order, you can call us up on our number, which is 0458 360 666. I'll give you that number again, 0458 360 666.
Brad Everton, thanks very much for coming in this afternoon, having a chat with us, and congratulations and all the best with the book.
Thank you. Thanks, Bill.